Hi, I'm Ashwin with over 12 years of experience in catastrophe modeling and reinsurance analytics. In this PPT, we will discuss Lloyds of London, its business model, and various key stakeholders involved with examples. And also, we'll go through various underwriting options that are available at Lloyds along with its capital structure. So, let's get the PPT started. So Lloyds of London started as a coffee house on Tower Street in 1688 and was founded by Edward Lloyd. And over the years, it evolved and now writes diverse range of policies in both insurance and reinsurance, covering all LOBs such as property and casualty, marine, energy, to name a few. It is currently situated in Lime Street in London and is an insurance and reinsurance marketplace. Remember that it is not to be confused or compared to an insurance company, but it is a corporate body within which financial backers, grouped as syndicates, come together to pool and spread the risk. Lloyds is well known for writing policies to cover famous, unusual, and bizarre events. It provided insurance for various human body parts, satellites, and whatnot. In fact, the Lloyds is so well equipped and with its highly knowledgeable team can insure anything and everything. Equally famous is the Lloyds building, as can be seen in the image, which is highly innovative and was designed by Mr. Richard Rogers. You can also see the inner view image, which is a large underwriting room. Let's now look at working of Lloyd's market. Policyholders such as private individuals, global corporates transfer the risks by approaching Lloyd's brokers, cover holders, service companies, which form part of the distribution channel. Brokers facilitate risk transfer process between policyholders and the underwriters and then place the risks. We also have cover holders as part of distribution channel, which are authorized third parties to accept insurance risks on behalf of its syndicates. These form a vital distribution channel as it offers local route to Lloyds in many territories across the world. Note that cover holders act as agents of Lloyd's underwriters rather than agents of policyholders. You can also see that there is service company as part of distribution channel, which is wholly owned by group company or a managing agent. It is authorized to enter into insurance contracts and also able to subdelegate underwriting authority to cover holders. Now that we discussed about policyholders and distribution channel list, let's understand how a business is written at Lloyd's and who provides the capital. Members provide capital to underwrite policies, and it is backed by the world's major insurance groups, individuals, with corporate groups providing majority of the capital for Lloyd's market. So there is also a members agent who provide advice and administrative services to members, including assistance in selecting the syndicate. So we have till now covered business flow and the capital flow. Now let's look at the market. Syndicates first. So the syndicates are made of underwriters who group together to form a syndicate. Underwriters enter into contracts on behalf of Lloyd syndicates, and each syndicate is given a number to identify themselves by Lloyds. And who is a managing agent? Managing agent manages one or more syndicates. Its primary responsibility is to employ underwriters, oversee underwriting, and managing the infrastructure and day-to-day operations. And we also have Corporation of Lloyds, which oversees the market and provides market infrastructure and services to support its efficient running and maintain its reputation. To summarize this slide, we have policyholders who transfer the risk via brokers who facilitate the risk transfer between policyholders and the underwriters. We also have cover holders and service companies as part of distribution channel who are authorized third party to accept the risk on behalf of the syndicates. And with respect to the capital flow, we have members from leading corporates and high net worth individuals who provide capital to the market. Syndicates are nothing but group of underwriters who enter into contracts, and each syndicate is given a number to identify by the Lloyds. Now moving on to the managing agents. Managing agents support day-to-day operations of syndicates, employ its underwriters, and also oversee its underwriting. Each managing agent can manage one or more syndicates. The Corporation of Lloyds, as we have already discussed, they oversee the entire activity at Lloyds. The Lloyds business model is extension to our previous slide. Let's focus on the distribution chain. Notice that there are massive 4,054 cover holders who spread worldwide and help Lloyds reach the local markets. And since they are also authorized by the syndicates, cover holders can also accept risk. Cover holders are same as managing general agents, also known as MGAs. In London market, they are named as cover holders, and elsewhere they are called MGAs. Also, as part of distribution channels, we have brokers and service companies who also assist Lloyds in obtaining large business. As you may notice, as on 2021, the Lloyds market has about 50 managing agents that manage 75 syndicates. As you know, each managing agent can manage one or more syndicates. Apart from syndicates, there are three syndicates in box and 12 special purpose arrangements that also provide underwriting options at Lloyds, which we'll discuss in the later slides. As we have already discussed, the Corporation of Lloyds oversees the entire market activity, and the Council of Lloyds is responsible for governance, management, and supervision of corporation and market. And the Lloyds is regulated by Prudential Regulatory Authority (PRA) and Financial Conduct Authority (FCA). Let's now discuss some examples pertaining to the stakeholders. We have already discussed the business flow, which has policyholders and the distribution channel. The market contains syndicate and the managing agent. And the capital flow has member who provides the capital and the member agent who provides administration, advice, and syndicate selection to the member. Let's see the first example. We have syndicate by name Everest Syndicate 2786, managed by Asta Managing Agent, and it's 100% backed by parent Everest Tree Group with no member agent. And it writes multiple line of business and provides insurance to the policyholders. The second example shows syndicate named as Verto Syndicate 2689, and it's a consortia delegating the Verto underwriting book to Quadri, which writes property catastrophe and specialty excess of loss. It's again managed by Asta and is backed by multiple capital providers, and the members are ably supported by Hampton Agencies Limited, which is a member agent. It caters to global policyholders and writes quota share and excess of loss programs. The final example shows syndicate by name Nefila 2357. It was initially managed by Asta, but now Nefila Syndicate Management Limited takes care. This is the first syndicate to be backed by managed ILS portfolios from institutional investors and writes worldwide property reinsurance and weather reinsurance business outside the US. You may also notice that the managing agent Asta is managing Everest Syndicate as well as Water Syndicate, which can potentially lead to conflict of interest. But as per the multiple syndicates bylaw, conflict of interest can be overcome as the underwriting team of each syndicate underwrites solely for its own syndicate. Let's move on to the underwriting options available at Lloyd's. There are three ways through which insurance is provided. First is via a syndicate. This is the widely used channel and forms majority of the business. It is wider in scope with respect to class of business, geography, peak zones, and insurers seeking additional distribution via Lloyd's platform apply for a syndicate. The second way is via syndicate in a box. It is used for innovative and new businesses and is used for single class of business with limited geographical scope. And the third way is through special purpose agreement set up solely to write quota share of other syndicates. As can be seen from the table, with respect to classes, geography, peak zones, the syndicate has wider scope. And with respect to the entry cost and fee, you can notice that the application fee is 200K and takes about 5 to 12 months of time for a syndicate to get approval, while it only takes 3 months and 52K for syndicate in a box. There is also a provision for a syndicate in box to graduate to a full syndicate after 3 years, and hence, depending on its capacity and future view, the applicant company can choose the underwriting option accordingly. The final part of this PPT is the Lloyd's capital structure. There are three elements in capital structure, also known as three links. The first link is all the premiums received by the syndicates and held in a trust, and these are used as the first resource for paying any policyholders' claims. About 60 billion pounds is available. The second link is the members' capital, again deposited at Lloyd's, but made available only for the benefit of policyholders and not available for liabilities of any other member. In all, 31.3 billion pounds is available. The third link is the Lloyd's central assets that include central fund, and these are made available to meet any claim that cannot be met from the resources of any member. And this has about 2.7 billion pounds available. The FCA requires Lloyd's to monitor SCR with capital to withstand a 1 in 200 year event. So this marks the end of the presentation. Thank you for your time, and I hope this presentation was useful. Here are my contact details. I appreciate if you can provide me any feedback and do let me know if you have any questions.